Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? Country stars remember. No American alive on September 11, 2001 will ever forget the feeling. Taste of Country reached out to some of country music's most patriotic stars to share with us their personal stories of 9/11. Here are 5 that will leave you feeling grateful for the heroes who sacrificed so much. Miranda Lambert was a sophomore in high school in Lindale, Texas, and remembers being in choir class. I remember even in my little bitty town, she says, there were kids leaving school because their loved ones had been injured or killed in 9/11. It'll never be forgotten as long as I live. Ronnie Dunn described a moment from Brooks and Dunn's first show after 9/11 that he'll never forget. About 30 minutes before the concert, it hit him that the first line in Only in America, the song they were starting the show with, was Sun Comin' Up over New York City. The audience was a sea of American flags, he says, recalling a nearly indescribable mix of emotions. Kenny Chesney was supposed to be in New York City on that fateful morning, telling CMT he was scheduled to be 1 block away from the World Trade Center filming a music video. Plans changed just weeks earlier, but as he drove through Virginia, he turned on CNN. It didn't hit me at first, he says. I was laying on the couch just watching this and couldn't believe what I was seeing. Sara Evans was in Venice, Italy when the attack happened. Being in a foreign country when her home was under attack was an unnerving feeling. And she said, I'll never forget finally being able to get my mother on the phone. We both cried at hearing each other's voice. I didn't know when, if ever, I would get home again. Finally, Alan Jackson was inspired to write Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning not long after watching the Twin Towers fall. I didn't want to write a patriotic song, and I didn't want it to be vengeful either. But I didn't want to forget how I felt and how I knew other people felt that day, he says. Years after the most defining event in modern history, we continue to remember and honor the lives that were lost on that day, the sacrifices that were made, and the pain that has been suffered.